Hey there, English champions. Welcome to Wisdom Unlocked. I'm your host, and today we're doing something big, a full 30-minute training to take you from stuck to speaking confidently. No grammar headaches, no boring drills, just real English you'll use every day. Ready? Let's dive in. The problem: fear and overthinking. Right now, you might think, I know words, but I freeze when I speak. My pronunciation sounds bad. I translate everything in my head. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. This is normal. Everyone faces these challenges at first. But the real problem isn't your English. It's fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of sounding silly, or just plain fear of speaking at all. So, today, we're going to break that fear down together. But here's the thing, you don't need to be afraid of mistakes, and you definitely don't need to be perfect right away. Host, pointing to the audience. The most important thing I want you to remember is this: every mistake is a step toward improvement. When you let go of the fear of mistakes, you'll start to speak more naturally, confidently, and fluently. Rule 1. Speak first, correct later. All right, let's dive into Rule 1, and I promise it's one of the most powerful rules for overcoming that fear of speaking. It's simple. Stop waiting for perfect English. Native speakers make mistakes all the time, but that doesn't stop them from speaking confidently. Your goal isn't perfection, it's communication, and that means just speaking. Think about it. Even in your native language, how many times have you said something and immediately thought, wait, that didn't sound quite right, or oops, I made a mistake? But did you stop talking? Did you freeze up and give up on the conversation? Probably not. You just kept talking. You corrected yourself if needed, and you kept going. Now, apply this to your English. It's exactly the same. You're going to speak, make mistakes, and then correct yourself. And do you know what? It's totally fine. The most important thing is that you keep talking. Mistakes are part of the process. The key is to keep moving forward. Bring to the viewers. Let's try something now. Don't worry about perfect grammar, just say it aloud. Repeat after me. I am learning English. I'm getting better every day. Great job. You just spoke in English. No overthinking. And you know what? That was perfect. No need for perfection. The goal was communication. You did it. The key here is to speak first, correct later. It's so easy to get caught up in the idea of speaking perfectly. But what you really need to do is focus on communicating. The more you speak, the more comfortable you'll become. The more comfortable you get, the more you'll naturally correct yourself. So, right now, I want you to think of a sentence you've been afraid to say in English. Maybe it's something you've avoided because you're scared of making a mistake. Well, today is the day to say it. Speak it out loud and just do it. Whether you're alone or with a friend, or even in front of a mirror, say it. Rule 2. Steal native phrases. Okay, on to Rule 2. Don't invent sentences, steal them. When you're learning English, you might feel the need to come up with your own sentences from scratch. But here's the thing, native speakers don't do that. They use phrases they've heard over and over again. Let's look at a few examples. You've heard these before, right? What's up? How's it going? I'm kinda tired. These are phrases you hear all the time in conversations. And guess what? They're not complicated, but they're also exactly how native speakers talk. So, here's the secret. Instead of trying to create your own sentences, steal them. Write down phrases like these and then use them in your own conversations. It'll make you sound more natural and help you speak more confidently. Here's your challenge. Pick 3 phrases from this video and use them in a conversation before the end of the day. It could be with a friend, a family member, or even just in your head. But get comfortable with these native phrases. Start using them today. The more you steal, the more fluent you'll sound. And remember, there's no shame in borrowing the best language around you. That's how native speakers do it. Rule 3. The 5-minute daily habit. All right. Rule 3. Consistency beats cramming. You might have heard this before, but here's why it's true. The more consistent you are with your practice, the faster you'll improve. So, instead of trying to cram hours of studying into one day, make English a part of your everyday life. Let's break it down. All you need is 5 minutes every day. Here's how. 1. Morning. Start by describing your routine in English. For example, say, I'm brushing my teeth. It's simple, but it gets you into the habit of thinking in English. 2. Afternoon. Text a friend or family member in English. You can say something like, hey, busy day, or what's up? Practice writing, even if it's just a few sentences. Third night, watch 1 minute of an English show or video, but without subtitles. Just listen and try to understand the main ideas. You don't need to catch everything, just focus on getting used to how English sounds. If you do this every day, you'll be amazed at how quickly your English improves. It's about making a small, manageable commitment that you can stick with. 5 minutes is nothing, but the results will be huge. Pause to allow the audience to reflect on the ease of doing this daily. The key is consistency. A little every day adds up over time. And it's much better than trying to study for hours on one day and then forgetting about it for the rest of the week. Just keep going, and you'll see improvement. Bonus. Pronunciation fix. Here's a bonus tip for you. Let's work on your pronunciation. It's one thing to know words, but it's another to say them clearly so others can understand you. Let's do a fun pronunciation drill. First, say these words after me. The. Stick your tongue out. Think. Thank you. R. Roll your tongue. Really. Right. It might feel silly at first, but that's okay. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Try saying these words slowly at first, then speed up as you get better. And here's a fun tongue twister to help with your pronunciation. She sells seashells by the seashore. Try saying that 5 times fast. It's harder than it looks. But don't worry, this is all practice. The more you practice, the better you'll sound. Remember, perfect pronunciation doesn't happen overnight. It takes practice, but with time, you'll sound clearer and more natural when you speak. Closing challenge. Before we finish up today, I've got a special challenge for you. In the comments below, I want you to write one sentence you'll say in English today. It can be anything. For example, I ordered coffee in English. Or maybe something you've learned from this video. I'll reply to everyone. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every great English speaker started with small steps. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be speaking confidently. I'm here to support you, and I'll see you in the next video. You've got this.